Yes, sir. Please start, sir.
Okay. Okay. So I welcome all of the students for this live session. Uh, yeah. So I have a few questions that have been raised by the students. So I'll give priority to them, and then I try to explain that to you. So before we start, so there are very few students here, so I can probably individually ask them also a few. So can they turn on their video, uh, Balaji?
Yes, sir. They can.
Yeah. So the first person who has asked a question is Niharika. Is it or Akanksha? Akanksha is not around. Looks like Niharika Mehra. Can you turn on your video? Yeah, she is there. Niharika Mehra. And the next person who has asked some question is uh, Sashikant. Shashikant. Are you there, Shashikant? Can you turn on your video?
Yes, sir. I'm here, but maybe my cam has some problem. So, um,
Uh-huh.
I'm audible to you. Am I audible to
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can. I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, yeah. So let me take one of the question that Niharika was asking. Niharika, can you? You're not in a position to switch on your video. You can talk at least, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How are you? And which place are you from? Very happy
Sir,
that
I'm
you.
from Sonipat, Haryana.
So, Sonipet, Haryana.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I see. Okay. So you were asking about, one of the questions you had was about the join thing. In one of the assignments, we gave a question, and then you were asking about how that expression came about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. I can. I'll try to explain that to you, so you can. You're able to see this whiteboard, which I have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have, I think we have what we said, is we have a bunch of these, buffers, right? We have a bunch of these buffers, and so let's say each of these things, holds one block. So what we did was to say that the last two things can be kind of reserved for the file yes. Okay, so that's one. And then see, when you join two files, you'll get results. So let's say I want to collect my results in this place, in this specially marked buffer. Okay, now I'm using three buffers as of now. So the remaining buffers are this m minus 3, right? You're able to see that. I'm very bad at this thing now. It doesn't look like m, but I suppose you can manage with that. Let me try writing an m there. So m minus 3 buffers we have. Okay, so now our idea is now to read all this uh, blocks of R into these m minus 3 blocks. Okay, m minus 3 blocks. So once we get some number of blocks of the file R, we can then join them with the blocks of the two blocks of S, and then find out what is the join result. and for every pair of records from R and S that join on that particular join condition, whatever equijoin that is given, we'll get some results. So we keep on filling the results block, and as soon as the results block is full, we keep writing it to the one separate file. Okay, is that understood, Niharika?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is the general idea. So now the question said that we can read two blocks at a time, so to say, because we have two, it's a parallel, it's two different disks on which it is written. So, so while we are reading the blocks of S, we'll be overall doing only B by B2 or whatever. I think we have given B2 right there. B2 by 2, half of the disk reads, because we are doing a parallel read, right? So since we are doing a parallel read, the number of block accesses that we'll be doing is by 2, because two block reads will be happening in parallel. So the time wise, we will only be spending B2 by 2 number of amount of time. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that's what the time it takes for us, to read all the blocks of yes. But then the question is, see, we are going to get a bunch of R blocks here, and then join with just two of them, and then the whole of S will join with this fixed set of R blocks. Okay, so then we will generate the so it's brute force join, right? So with this set we'll finish all the entire file, and then we'll get the next set here, and then again finish read through the whole file of S. That's how we'll be generating the results. So now, since there are B1 number of records here, okay, and we are getting m by 3 of m minus 3 of them at a time. So the number of times we will have to read that will be B1 divided by m minus 3. Okay, seal. Okay, so this many number of times. So unless you read it this many number of times, the blocks of R will not be finished. Is that okay? Have you understood that? She is not
Yes,
there.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Have you understood that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So there are only m minus 3 blocks space there in the buffer.
Mm.
So in order to read the whole of R, which is having B1 number of blocks, you will have to read it B1 by m minus 3 number of times. Okay. So that many number of times we read. And when every time we read some blocks of B1, we have to read the entire S file, B2. So to read a S file wholly, we only take B2 by 2 number of block accesses. Okay. So that's why we have to number of block accesses gets multiplied by this number of times we have to read the B1. This one. So B2 by 2. Each time we read this entire one bunch, we'll read the whole of S file. So the number of times we read the whole of S file is B1 by m minus 3. And so the overall number of block accesses will be this much for as long as this B2 is concerned. Okay. Now the number of even though we are reading this B1 blocks this many number of times we are doing the reading, the overall block accesses that we will make on the file R, because again we are reading it from two disks, is B1 by 2 only overall. Okay. You understood that?
Is this because they are doing the parallel thing?
Yeah, because we are doing parallel read, the number of block accesses that block access time that we have to spend on reading the R is b1 by 2. Okay, so b1 by 2. Yeah,
Okay.
so that means, see, for example, this is a m minus 3 will be even number, so you can make it into half. So one disk will fill here, one disk will fill here. Uh, so 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 half of the blocks from one disk, half the blocks from one disk will come here, like that. Okay, so that's why we will only be making b1 by 2 number of block accesses as far as R is concerned. Okay, and then of course we will be reading in them in bunches of m minus 3. So every time we get one bunch of m minus 3, we'll be making v2 by 2 number of block accesses here. Okay, and so overall we will be doing this many, this plus this item. Okay, that's how
Sir,
we get the.
if if we are given that there are three disks parallel, so will it be B2 by 3 and B1 by 3?
Yeah, it will become like that. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay,
In
okay.
case we increase the number of disks, then the number of block accesses for uh, this one will become by 3. Then. Yeah.
Sir.
But then, of
Thank
course, this m minus 3 also will change, because the if you have more parallel writing, so you'll have to reserve more buffers for keeping those
you.
blocks. Yeah. So then this m minus 3 also will change. Yeah. I
Thank you,
hope,
sir.
yeah, I've answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Then you have any more questions, Niharika?
Yes, sir. I wrote it in uh,
Okay,
the
let me
form
see.
in the last.
I see. Then I will probably first take up the other guy's questions and then come back
Okay,
to
okay,
you.
sir.
Let me see who is the next person who has answered. Sashikant.
Yes, sir.
Sashikant.
Yes.
Yeah. So you are asking about functional dependencies. Very nice. Consideration you brought in. So it's a longish question, but can you try and rephrase what is the confusion that you're going through? You
Actually,
know,
sir,
mm,
these are assignment question week from week 7.
mm.
And, the solutions provided. So there was a confusion that I mean I was not getting, because I mean how the function
Okay, I
definition.
will do one thing. I will probably solve one of those things, and then we'll see. For example, you were asking
Yeah,
that there is a relation with A, B, C, D, E, F,
yeah.
and then there is a. Let me see whether I can cut and paste this from your question. Um, to save time. The functional dependencies are a little difficult, but I don't think uh, you know Google this one will. Okay, how do I go to the next page? Okay, let me see whether it allows us to.
So the first question was like when we define function as suppose f
Hmm.
function independent from a b. So whether we say a b or b a, that order doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Oh, good. These things have come. Yeah. Oh, so this is the set of functional dependencies you had a question about.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Now you are saying one of the things that you were saying is that why AC is a key.
yeah.
Yeah. So the way we check whether something is a key is by starting with it. Uh, so let's say I start with AC,
Yes, sir.
and then I compute the closure of that. So I once I compute the closure of it, attribute closure, if
Hmm.
I get all the other attributes into it, into the closure, then it is it's a key.
No, I got that, sir. But my question was actually
Hmm.
how we
Yeah, yeah.
choosing this AC, because the all the function definitions are defined like AB, define
Fine.
C, D, D.
Okay, okay, I see that.
No, there's no specific term like AC. So I
But
mean,
that doesn't matter because this is the known functional dependencies that are given to us. But
okay,
we are now asked to verify whether AC is a candidate key or not. Okay.
okay.
So what we do is we start off with this AC and then compute the attribute closure.
So basically, we can
Yeah,
apply any set of attributes,
sure.
check
With,
whether it is a key or not.
in this notation, when you
Yeah.
write AC, it actually means A comma C actually.
Okay.
Okay. So initially, I'll just finish that because you will because your attribute closure. So you will get A, you'll get C, and since C is one of the C determines D is there,
Okay.
and so in the next expansion of this, so you will get DE into the picture.
Okay.
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 And since E determines F is there, in the next expansion, F will come into picture.
F and F
And F
provide
gives, since F determines B, you'll get B into the picture.
all the attributes
So
are
essentially, you got A, B, C, D, E, F into the closure of this.
okay.
And so AC is a key. So,
Okay.
so maybe, I don't know what was the confusion. Maybe you did
No,
not
so
fully understand.
my confusion was because I was just restricted my thought to the attribute combination of sets provided in the question only.
Okay, okay.
But the concept says that you can have any set of
Yeah,
attributes.
yeah.
That's the confusion.
Yeah, yeah. You can choose any set
Yeah.
and then check whether that thing will become a candidate key or not. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can do that. Yeah, I think now similarly, now that you have worked this out, you will other question probably becomes easier for you. You can check that out. So
Okay.
you did not get BE in the other thing also. Maybe it is this. No, it is it. That's
Okay. Okay, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. But because the main confusion was like how these function definitions are applied, because I was restricting my thought to the given function definition only.
yeah, right. Okay.
So there was two gate questions. If you can, I mean, I don't know how to share that. So that's why I just
I,
uploaded those questions and
no, those gate questions are, I don't know whether we can handle them now. Uh, Let me just check if, okay, I see. There is something called A functional determines B functional determines. So it is something like, you have been given a table
yeah,
and then you're asked a question. Okay. Mhm. See, I won't solve this for you, but I will tell you, Sashi, what's your full name?
Shashikant Pandey.
Sashikant Pandey. Can you turn on your video or no?
So
Some
there,
issue.
there might be some issues because
But anyway, so in general, this kind of a question, see, supposing you have been given a table like that,
yeah,
and then instances are there, I mean, rows are there, the data is there. You cannot really determine whether a functional dependency holds or not. What you can determine is whether a functional, dependency does not hold. Okay, that is easy to check from given the data.
okay,
Okay, whether functional dependency holds on it or not, you know it says that functional dependency, some x determines y should hold, means whenever two rows agree on x, it should agree on y also, and that should happen on all possible instances, all
okay,
possible instances. So you don't know what are all the possible instances. You have seen only one instance, so based on that you cannot really conclude. What you can conclude whether some functional dependency holds or not is only through the understanding of the semantics of those attributes. Whereas you can determine whether some functional dependency does not hold by looking at a particular uh, uh, instance data. Okay.
okay,
So
okay,
in instance data, suppose there are two rows in which the x attributes agree with each other and y does not agree, then you
okay,
can immediately say that here is an instance, in which x determines y. does not hold. And so since the definition asks for all instances it should hold, here is one instance where it doesn't hold, so it doesn't hold. Like that you can conclude.
Okay.
So that is the principle you should keep in mind while answering these questions.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So that's enough, sir.
Yeah, good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And then let me go to that live session one. Okay. I mean, these responses I got for the.
So were there any other session, before examination?
Well, it depends on if people want. I can also hold one more session next Monday if you want.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Yeah, if people want it, I can hold it. I will tentatively hold it on 18th afternoon. I mean, uh, 18th afternoon. I'm ready for that. Let's see.
Okay.
We'll announce like that. Then, yeah, you're also asking something about platters.
Yes.
N platters, then there are two N tracks in cylinder, considering there would be two surfaces on every platter. Yeah, this is hardware dependent. Whether the
Okay.
platter has both sides, sensitized surfaces or only one side, it depends on the hardware.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a special case, not general case.
Yeah, it's not like, general principle, right?
Okay.
Then, then again, one more question one, when to decide whether we need specific joint connection. This is Niharika again. When to decide whether we need to specify a joint condition or a simple equality in SQL statement. What is the difference between heuristic optimization and cost-based optimization? Okay, Niharika, um, I can readily answer the second question. What is the difference between heuristic optimization and cost-based optimization? Okay, this is more like in heuristic optimization, we consider a few heuristics. Like for example, one of the principal heuristic that we consider is to apply the selection conditions as early as possible to the base relations. Okay, so I think I have given out an example in my lecture slides also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is the kind of heuristic optimizations we do. So this is done without really, it is more like algebraic kind of optimization. Okay, by looking at the relational algebra tree, we will be able to rewrite that by using this heuristic optimization. So another heuristic that you could apply is converting cross products followed by selections into joins, into joins like that. So these are algebraic manipulations. Now, when it comes to cost-based optimization, what we need, that's a little complicated one. That's why I gave a very brief introduction only in the course. See, you need cost estimates of running a particular operator using a specific algorithm on the inputs that are given in the query. Okay, so since we may not know the sizes of the intermediate, sizes of those, in the initial sizes we may know, but intermediate sizes we may not know. After you run one operation, some intermediate result will come into picture. So what is the size of that? How do we estimate that? So those are the questions, right? So given certain operators, we can, by analyzing the nature of those operators, we can come up with some kind of a formula for estimating the cost of running that operation on those specific inputs, which are the base relations which you start off with. Okay, so if you have estimates of these costs, then you can keep the estimates, of the many nodes in the relational algebra tree, and then kind of choose which is the best way to uh, sequence the actual computation. So that's what the cost-based optimization is, right?
Are there any algorithms or how can we calculate the cost? Are there
No, those
specific?
are, yeah. So those are like, we can't really calculate the cost in real time, mainly because we really don't know the exact sizes of those operands that are involved. So what we do is we do cost estimates. So only cost estimates are kept. So in some of the books, like Elmer Srinivasa's book, there are cost estimation formulas that are given for many operations. Like for example, if you have a index on a file, and then you are doing say a single loop index join, then depending on the estimation of the index, you can figure out what is the cost of the join using the single loop index, right? In a similar
Okay.
way, if you don't have indexes, if you have to do a brute force join, like nested
Mm-hmm.
join, then you have a formula which will tell you roughly how much cost it's going to occur. Like that, these computational formulas that we have discussed in few cases can be essentially converted into formulas for estimates.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you use those estimates. It's a bit little advanced, kind of topic. That's why we did not go into full detail about that. Yeah,
Okay,
of
sir.
course. Yeah, good. Okay. So in addition, I also see another people called LAXM and Luxmin. Do you have any questions? Yeah, there is one other late girl student, Wadshinger Akanksha. She says whether she has a question, she says yes. But what exactly is the question, she doesn't say. Is she online? Hmm. Okay, any other questions by students? There's one Yashashwini Javalkar. Are you there? Balaji, are you there? NPTEL Balaji is he started.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Is it Balaji?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So I have kind of addressed these questions that the students had, but now that there are not many students, what do we do? Uh,
No more questions. We can end the session.
yeah, okay. So let me do one thing. I'll just, now that I have some few students to talk to,
So
I would like to give them an opportunity to just introduce themselves and then
yeah,
how they
sure,
felt,
sure, sir. Yeah.
yeah, how they felt about the course going through the thing.
Okay, okay.
So I will do that. So I'll start with Seshi. Can
Yes,
you share your experience? What do you do? I mean, are you a engineering student or what exactly is your?
no, sir. Actually, I have completed my MCA from IGNO. Actually, uh,
Okay.
uh, so I'm actually preparing for GATE examination as well as for other opportunities for my masters. Um, as as far as the course is concerned, sir, I really enjoyed the course,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a well presented course.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, uh, but because I came from IGNO. I mean, there was not much resources during
Yeah.
my MCA.
Okay.
So I think it's a wonderful opportunity which IIT Madras and professors like you providing to us. So um,
Oh, specifically, so these recordings and the pace at which the material was covered, everything. Yeah.
yeah, so
You can-
yes, sir, and I think it's more wonderful that we have this opportunities from last few 15 seconds that we can interact the professors
Mhm.
like such live interactions.
Okay.
And I'm also doing courses from Coursera and edX MOOCs. I'm trying as much as I can.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, the opportunities have opened up now, so you have a lot more opportunities, and
Yeah.
you should try and make use of many opportunities to.
So I have a query. I was going through the details of NPTEL, and there was an opportunity for students who perform well in the examination that they can have internship or can work on some research project under
Yeah,
professor.
yeah, yeah.
So what are the basic criteria to be selected for that?
Yeah, I think that's more like an administrative question. So maybe NPTEL has sent you one email about it.
Okay.
I don't exactly have the details with me right now, but they have also asked me whether I would like to take any.
As a professor, what you expect in a candidate to be, be selected?
No, no. See, I expect that the student should be having a lot of passion towards the material that and be able to sincerely try and have a good amount of initiative in exhibit a good amount of initiative in taking forward whatever reading material we give.
Okay.
Yeah, good. So nice.
So,
Let's ask. Yeah.
just one thing. Just the performance in the examination and the performance in the weekly assignments is enough for the student. For
Mhm.
or
I think
yeah,
so. NPTEL has certain criteria. I think they have some kind of best performing students. Like something some always they have to put some criteria, right? So they put some criteria. So you look out that mail from NPTEL. That will give you more details. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Good. I'm happy that you're getting benefited by the whole course. Niharika, do you want to share your experience? Of,
Yes, sir. I'm currently in my fourth year of my BTech CSE,
okay.
and I remember when the lockdown was announced and everyone was facing the issue. So at that time, our teachers told us ki check the courses from here
Mm-hmm.
to increase your knowledge domain and all that stuff.
Mm,
So that was my introduction to the Swayam and NPTEL platform.
very good. Mhm.
And and I must say, you all professors have put a lot of effort in making all these courses and the flow of the courses. And sir, I am really enjoying this subject.
Very good.
Actually, there was one my subject of database systems in my, I guess, second year,
Mm.
but that was very in a brief manner.
Mm.
But here I am learning from
Yeah.
like from the basic to the advanced level.
Yeah. We
So
go into a lot more details. Yeah. Yeah. By
yes,
the
sir,
way,
yes.
these things were recorded when we were actually teaching one of our undergraduate batch. So yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah. Good. Nice that you're enjoying the thing. Yeah. Good. Any others want to say something? There's one Lakshmin P24. Okay. Good. Balaji, I think we have.
Yes, yeah, yes, sir. We can close. You can give a conclude remarks. We can close
Yeah.
the lecture.
Yeah. So maybe so please look out for the next announcement about a live session. I might hold one more also. Just to see whether any more. Let me just check the chart here. Somebody was asking.
Yes, sir. If possible, please
Yeah.
do a live session again.
Sure, no problem. So maybe next Monday we will confirm that through our mails. Okay. Okay, so there are no more chart. I just checked the chart session also. There are not many questions here. So I think Balaji, we can probably close today's session.
Okay, sir. I will stop
So
the
like,
lecture.
basically, concluding remarks are that yeah, please work hard, and then these the one great advantage with NPTEL courses is that you have the videos with you, so you can listen to them multiple times. Make use of the forum. We have a my doctoral student Suresh is actually, you can see him. He has been supporting me in handling the forum. So we have experienced people who can address your questions also. So please make use of the forum also. So with that, let me close the session today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Close.